Hey, so I'm making this video to show how my first infantry squads have turned out, and pretty happy with them. But went through a bit of an adventure getting the finish on the red correct. Uh, but yeah, not too bad. It's a little glossy, but I had matted them down, and I just didn't think it didn't look quite right to me, even if they're a little shiny still. Uh, so I actually went back and I washed them all because they were also a bit flat, and the red was it was like the same everywhere, with the exception of some satin wash or oil wash over the satin that had sank into the crevices, such as on that leg pad I'm trying to focus. And so actually to mat them back down, while I did experiment with just putting some more matte varnish on them, what I did was I gave them all a pretty hefty null oil wash, which also helped into, dirty down some of the lower pads. But they were a bit too flat, and I kind of liked it satin, even though when you pick them up and look at them, this guy's a little shinier. I didn't want to have it be so bright that all you're seeing is reflection. But I like to have the look of the power armor a bit more matted than, say, for example, this cultist, his red robes. And I'm gonna try to get a side by side here. So, you can sort of see it's a little flatter. It's also a bit lighter. The one thing I liked about the satin was that it really helped to deepen the red that I had built up, and moving forwards, I'm definitely going to want to learn some more techniques as far as laying down a good base coat goes. But here's one of the Wrathmongers I painted that I thought turned out really awesome, and this was brush painted, so it has the natural finish to that corn red. And I was going to keep going and layer some lighter leads on there, but I actually liked it pretty dark, and I'm happy with these guys. But so, that natural finish is sort of between a matte and a satin, and I matte down these guys' weapons. I still have to go back and do that, so it's not perfectly matte because some of the second level ended up on them. The second spray, when I redid the areas that had needed to be repainted, I was a bit more precise, so I didn't completely run over the gun. But it's a bit more noticeable in person, but the black is extremely flat, and it creates a nice contrast. And pretty happy with how they turned out. Decided to go for a video rather than pictures because taking pictures on the phone, the finish doesn't turn out perfectly. So here's just one standard bearer, or an icon bearer. Pretty happy with the way the ultramarine helmet turned out down there as well. Got some magnets going on. This heavy bolter guy can be switched out for a second flamethrower. So it's pretty easy to pop off. I went for these pretty small magnets, and they're barely able to hold these arms on compared to some of the bigger discs I have for Terminator weapons. Got these right over here. These ones are way stronger. But then I wouldn't have been able to put them into the wrist here. but you know, maybe should have gone with them on the shoulders. I've thought about trying to change it out, but for now it works, so I'm going to stick with it. Whoa. I have one custom icon bearer here. You know, his power armor is pretty powerful. That's what the backpack's for. So that's how he's able to hold this massive standard. You know, probably strike enemies with it as well. And that's it. Got some good stuff coming up. Thanks for watching.